Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. Many of you who know me know that I am a big fan of the free stuff, and that has its pluses and its minuses. The pluses, obviously, when you get some cool stuff for free, it's nice to get that kind of deal, right? Why spend money if somebody's going to give it to you for free? The bad thing about it is you end up with crap that kind of comes to your house and has no place to be. So, a friend of mine has decided she no longer wants her house in the country, so she put it up for sale, and honestly, it got more money than she thought she was going to for the place. So she's decided to completely downsize. She's an elderly person. Anyway, she's decided to completely downsize and move to the city. She's got an apartment in the city. And this is kind of some of the stuff that's been floating around her house. So she's like, come and take it. So probably the two better pieces out of this whole hoard of stuff is this little jigsaw. I mean, you could see there's just a lot of home maintenance stuff. She threw in a set of KLH speakers, paintbrushes, stuff like that. Heater. Yeah, the second probably better piece goes with that. So here's the whole hoard. I mean, there's a heater, one of those lanterns, in case of a blackout. She also just had just an assortment of stuff. Like this is a oil burner control. This sorting box just has a whole assortment of nuts, bolts, screws, everything that's kind of left over from a project. Ace pliers, lifetime warranty. A couple extension cords rolled together on here. So, yeah, I really showed you. Some handy stuff. Right, GFI outlet, Johnson level, a small one. What I'm going to do with it is probably almost all of it. I'm just going to haul it out to my son's place. How could you go wrong with this? I happen to like this little wand on the nozzle, the extended rod. Drill bits, saber saw bits, old screwdrivers. Anyway, so I'm going to run this basically out to my son. So an assortment of free stuff. And while I was out at Charlie's doing some cleanup at his place. And this is an old Sears rototiller. And what I'm hoping is true about this is that you can pop it into neutral or T, one or the other, and have the tines turn, but the wheels not. That's normally helpful if you're trying to dig a hole. It's, got your basic 5 horsepower Briggs on it. The engine sounds like it's got potential, but the gas is very bad. So there's that, and a generator. You can see it's got a 10 horsepower Tecumseh on it. It says 5250 for watts. Power back. the gas smells okay for this. He says it ran, but I'm not sure how well it ran though, because it's missing like head bolts. This is loose. This one's not here. So I'm gonna spend a few minutes on it, see if it's worth owning, or if it's just crap. So you guys will see the videos for this eventually. If I recall, the up prong is the 20 amp version of 220 volts. The one with the down prong is the 30th. It's a 1430. I think this is known as a 1420. So 6,500 watts of surge. You know, the thing is about generators. Even this one, supposedly it's made by a real company. Problem with generators, you could go to Harbor Freight and get your basic, you know, keep the lights on in the house, keep the refrigerator running generator for like $300. And they start easy, they're brand new, they got a little bit of a warranty on them and so forth. Where if you're selling used generators, how much could you get on a used generator anymore, right? I mean, unless it's a Generac or a Honda or something, what's a used generator worth? So, you know, let's say I get that running and it runs halfway decent and all that kind of stuff. You know, you sell it for $150, but around me, people are fussy. So somebody could have that for 6 months or a year, and it could sit in their garage or out behind their house or whatever. And as soon as there's a power outage, my cell phone's going to ring, and I'm going to hear a bunch of blue language about how that piece of stuff generator that I sold them doesn't run. I mean, at which time, you know, it's very easy to comment, you know, you and the horse you rode in on, but that doesn't do anything for neighborly love, eh? And normally the people I have the most trouble with that is if I'm asking for $150 on it, they beat me down to $100, and then they expect a lifetime warranty. You know, and once again, normally it's some pal coming by and, oh, I just need it for this one thing, and it never has to run again, and and then once again in 6 months or excuse me, or a year, you hear back from them that you know, the lifetime warranty, they want to cash in on it. So I have a you know, I have a tendency, quite honestly, I'll get the thing running as an intellectual project, and then hopefully I'll find somebody to kind of give it to, because I have my own fleet of generators. I have some nice stuff. I've done all the testing on them to make sure the frequency and voltage and power is nice and clean. I got an inverter ready to go for the electronics. So that doesn't do anything to add to my hoard. If you're also familiar with that particular Tecumseh engine, it makes a lot of noise, and it burns a lot of fuel. So where I live, if you happen to have a blackout, given that it's kind of rural area and there's a rural area and there's a lot of space between poles, if the wires are down, it could take them a little while to get all the wires back up and your power back on. And the last thing you need is a generator that is burning fuel like no tomorrow, especially if you can't get any more fuel because the lines are down everywhere and the gas stations are out, or the gas stations aren't getting deliveries and all that kind of stuff. So probably that generator will go off to a new home. About the rototiller, I'm going to give it a quick sniff to see what that engine looks like. If the engine's not too hard to do something with, I might fire it up. Unfortunately, those suction type carburetor deals like that it sucks the fuel out of the tank that's down below. If the tank's all rusty, they're kind of pesty too. Rototillers are also one of those things you use once a year. I almost think they should have the kind of engine on them that you take off of that and put on a snowblower, and then take off the snowblower and hook it up with some kind of belt apparatus to a generator. That way you could get three things that you rarely ever use. I mean, let's face it, a snowblower, you use it, typically January and February, maybe a little bit of March, and then it sits the remaining 9 months of the year. A generator, you use every, depending on what the power's like by you might use it, twice in a couple of, you might use it once a year, Rototiller, you kind of use it for 1 or 2 days in the spring. So it'd be really, really nice if you can kind of combine all three of those into one engine. Anyway, I want to thank all of you for watching and commenting and subscribing. I really appreciate all the comments. I'm doing my best to answer as many as I can, but you guys could see I'm kind of having a little trouble keeping up. I am reading and really trying to get back to you, especially the guys with questions. But I try to thank all of you for the support you give my channel. Once again, get out there, have fun, enjoy all your days. You don't know how many you're getting, so make sure you have plenty of laughs while you can. Take care now, folks. Bye.